So I just saw this email and thought I'd make a quick video because this might be the perfect time to get into Mantic's Firefight. Hello and welcome back to Getting Handsy. Now we've talked about Firefight before, but just as a short synopsis, it's a large-scale sci-fi war game similar to like Warhammer 40k, made by Mantic. And I've said before I really like Mantic just as a company in general, so thought I'd show you this. They have a number of two-player starter sets that are really good value and include everything you need to play. The two currently here are the Veermen versus the Forge Fathers and the Marauders versus the Enforcers. And so the Veermen are like ratmen, like space rats, kind of Skaven-y. They're pretty cool. And then they've got the big old wheel weapons and drills, something that rats would have. And then you've got the Forge Fathers, which are like dwarves, space dwarves. I've always liked their kind of blocky look, and then they've got a tank. Then it comes with rules and the tokens and stuff, dice, all that fun stuff. The second is the Marauders versus the Enforcers. Marauders, we talked about in a different video, but they're kind of like the orc version, or their orc version, I guess. And then the Enforcers are kind of like, well, they look like kind of space police, but they're like their generic power armored type fighters. Yeah, they have little jet bikes and all sorts of cool little stuff. So those are the two that they currently have. But the main reason why this could be the best time to start up is that Mantic is releasing a new faction for this game called the Nightstalkers. They're like interdimensional, I guess, demon things. They're kind of spiky, horror-y, tentacly. They've got like spikes and throwing fire, extra mouths, all sorts of stuff. Demon-y looking, blah blah blah. My only complaint about them is that they have these scarecrow guys. And I don't think they technically make sense with the rest of them, but I'm not a big, getting into the lore person. So they very well could be fine, but I don't think aesthetically these guys technically go with the rest of them. Because, I don't know, those ones have, hats, but then the rest of them are just, demon guys with spikes and throwing, demon fire. And then you've got these little guys with hats and sickles. And it just doesn't make sense to me, but I think the other guys are awesome. Little extra heads and mouths and flamey legs and all that stuff. But that's a side note, and it doesn't really matter because I still think overall it's cool. Now, technically, the Nightstalkers are not new. They have been in their fantasy universe for a while. Their Kings of War game has them. So they're all there previously, which is kind of why I had the similar complaint about the same complaint about the Scarecrow guys, because they just don't make sense to me, but they're still cool models, don't get me wrong. But anyway, so that's the fantasy side. This, I think, will be the first time they've been brought to the sci-fi side, though. And with this new release, they're bringing out a new two-player starter box. And it includes the Nightstalkers and also the Asterians, or Asterans, or however you say it. And they're like kind of the alien-y faction, although technically I think they're drones, being piloted by aliens, if I remember right, or most of them are. Except for, let's see, where were they? Had them. There's these, Kalishi. They're real, really good close combat people, I think, if I remember right. And then there's the blah 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 blah. These guys, who I think are cool. They're like giant fat space lizards, and they remind me of Goombas from the greatest Mario movie ever. Yeah, fight me. Anyway, I think they're cool. And I like their little aesthetic, but there seem to be also some new Asterian models coming as well. So that's kind of why they're in this box, it looks like. But it seems like a really good deal. 2 factions with a bunch of different models. I think it's like 70 plus, I think it said. So there's like 36 or something of each. Yeah, it seems like a really good deal. So, like I said before, it might be the perfect time to get into Firefight. So there you go. Like I said, just going to be a real quick video. But what are your thoughts? Does this new faction for Firefight make you consider, checking out the game? Or, I mean, they have lots of other factions, so you could always try one of the other ones. There's plenty of options. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. And just as a final thought, I wanted to thank everyone for sticking around, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. I guess we just crossed 1,000 subs, so YouTube sent me this dorky little gift, so that's kind of cool. And we couldn't have made it here without all of you, so I greatly appreciate you being here. Hopefully you stick around for more stuff in the future. If you're still here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.